Yes, my name's Miss Rachel, and I am your MC. Who's pumped to be in BridgeKids today? What? You've got to be more excited than that. I said, who's pumped to be in BridgeKids today? Yes, that's more like it. When we choose to follow Jesus, He helps us give. This week's point is all about that. When I have faith in Jesus, I can give generously. Now, say it along with me. When I have faith in Jesus, I can give generously. I'll say the beginning of the point, you shout the end. When I have faith in Jesus, I can give generously. Wow, that was loud. But how loud can you be when we worship God?
I know a place where we can go to lay the troubles down, meeting your soul. I know a place where mercy flows. Take the stains, make it whiter than snow. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes it come alive. Living water that brings you dead to life. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray, yeah, yeah. Let's get washed by the water, washed by the water, rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will leave change. Let's go down, down, down to the river. I've seen it move in my own life. Took me from dusty roads into paradise. All of my dirt, all of my shame, drowned in the streams that have made me born again. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes it come alive. Living water that brings you dead to life. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray, yeah, yeah. Let's get washed by the water, washed by the water, and rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will leave change. Let's go down, down, down to the river. Let's go down. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Let's get washed by the water, washed by the water, and rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will leave change. Let's go down, down, down to the river. Say, oh, down.
God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time. With no point of reference, you spoke to the dark and fleshed out the wonder of life. And as you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. worship so loud. God of your promise, you don't speak in vain, no syllable empty or void. For once you have spoken, all nature and silence follow the sound of your voice. And as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath, evolving in pursuit of what you said. If creation still obeys you so loud, if the stars are made to worship so loud, if the mountains bow in reverence so loud, and if the oceans roar your greatness, so will I. For if everything exists to lift you high, so will I. And if the wind goes where you send it, so will I. If the rocks cry out in silence, so will I. If the sum of all our praises still falls short, then we'll sing again 100 billion times. God of salvation, chase down my heart through all of my failure and pride. On a hill you created, the light of the world, abandoned in darkness to die. And as you speak, 100 billion things disappear. Where you lost your life so I could find it here. And if you left the grave behind you so alive, I can see your heart in everything you've done. Every part designed in a work of art called love. If you gladly chose surrender so loud, like you would again 100 billion times, but what measure could amount to your desire? You're the one who never leaves the one behind.
Now that you know the point, I've got a question for you. Why would anyone want 100 apples? Hold on, don't tell me yet. Let's watch this and then see what you think.
I was just talking with Chef Elaine. Did you tell her to buy 11 bags of oats?
And a bunch of apples. Did she?
She didn't say what you would need them for.
Can you hold that for me, please?
Something's in motion here, and I'm not sure I like it.
My grandma's sending me some birthday money, and I'm gonna buy a horse.
And you're measuring because?
I want to make sure he'll fit through the door.
Dot, do I even have to say it?
Say it.
You can't have a
Come on, man! My name is Dot, and this is how we grew as givers. Please!
Dot, I agree with Luke. You can't get a horse.
Can we at least come to an agreement where we cut some slack on the horse rules around here?
I agree with those rules. I don't want it to smell like a barn around here. And you could probably use your birthday money to spend a week at horse camp.
Horse camp? Now there's an idea.
Oh, hi, Grace. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for inviting me. Dot, this is Grace. She works at the shelter down the street.
Nice to meet you. What's the shelter?
It's a rescue mission where anyone who doesn't have a home can come to get a hot meal or a bed to sleep in.
I've been leading a small group down there once a week.
Not only that, but Ray was kind enough to say we could use Connect HQ for an event we're hosting next week. I just stopped by to get a tour and talk specifics.
Welcome to Connect HQ. May I ask you a question?
Ask me anything.
Why don't they have homes? I know of lots of empty apartments in the building across the street.
That's a good question, but you can't just take over an empty apartment. You have to pay for a place to live, and many people simply can't afford it.
Oh, right. Well, why don't they just get better jobs so they can afford it?
Good jobs can take time and a lot of help to find. The people living at the rescue mission are there for many reasons. Some have families they're supporting. Some have illnesses they're fighting through. Some are there because it's the safest place for them to live.
I've always wondered. And also, even though I'm just a kid, is there any way I can help?
You could always donate something.
Do you ever need stuffed animals? I have more than I know what to do with.
I tell everyone, think about all the things you need during the day. Meals, clothes, supplies, even stuffed animals. Those are all things that you can donate to your local rescue mission.
Giving generously is something that all of us should be focused on. And when I have faith in Jesus, I can give generously.
I'm glad you're here, Grace.
If you think of any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to help.
So long, sunny side up bear. Go give him some good snuggles.
What about this one?
Ah! She stays. Hey, do you think they like apples?
Well, we like apples. Why wouldn't they? They're no different of a person from you and me. We are all humans, created and loved by God.
Got it.
Are you going to donate some apples?
Well, since I'm not getting a horse, I thought I would give a bunch of extra apples to the rescue mission.
That's a great idea. Do they need them?
I think so. I don't know.
You could ask them.
Good thinking, big guy.
I'm really glad you gave up on the horse idea.
I didn't. Not completely. I'm gonna use my birthday money to spend a week at a camp where they have horseback riding. I still get the horse time, but the horse doesn't go trampling through Connect HQ.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Our very own Chef Elaine would like to provide a menu for your guests.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. A few people would like to give speeches. Could we do that over here?
Definitely.
I don't mean to interrupt your planning meeting, but I just wanted to drop off this bag of donations for the rescue mission.
Oh, thank you. The kids will love these new friends.
Also, I've come into an abundance of apples because of a little misunderstanding about a horse. Could I give them to the shelter?
That's wonderful. We love having fresh fruit. Thanks for thinking of us.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Dot, I am so proud of you for being so giving.
No problem at all. No problem. Big problem.
What happened now?
No problem. That's the problem.
I don't follow?
It was too easy to give those toys and apples to the shelter because I wasn't doing anything with them.
But Dot, you gave to someone who needed something. That's not a big problem.
But Ray said, when I have faith in Jesus, I can give generously. I gave, but I could give more, like it says in the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 16.
Want me to say that with you?
Yes. Hebrews 13:16.
Hebrews 13:16.
And don't forget to do good and to share with those in need.
And don't forget to do good and to share with those in need.
These are the sacrifices that please God.
These are the sacrifices that please God.
I want the kind of faith that really sacrifices something.
That's not a bad thing to want.
But what else do I have to give?
Well, sometimes it's not about giving things. It's about giving time or attention.
Bingo! You can go back to what you were doing.
Glad I could help.
So we'll have appetizers here and people can mingle.
Sorry to interrupt again, but this thing you're planning, it's an event here at Connect HQ, right?
That's correct.
I'd like to give my time to help out serving the people dealing with homelessness. Can I help with the event here at HQ?
Well, actually, this event isn't for the people who stay at the rescue mission.
It's a party that they're hosting for the volunteers who help with the rescue mission.
Wait, how are they throwing a party?
The same way you would throw a party. They pulled some money together and wanted to give back to the volunteers by planning a party for them.
But they don't have houses.
Dot.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say you can't serve others because you don't have a house. But they pulled together enough money to do something nice for someone else when they still needed things too. That's incredible.
They wanted to give back. They put the needs of others before their own.
I've never known the kind of faith to give like that. I've always given when I had extra. Extra animals, extra apples, extra time.
Well, God calls all of us to give what we have to meet the needs of others. And all of us can trust that God will give us what we need when we need it.
That is generous.
Is everything okay, Dot?
I have a question for you. But first, I need a favor.
All right.
Watch this Bible link I found.
This is his 66 picks mixed up into one. The book's about God, who he is and what he's done. It's the Holy Bible, y'all, with God's truth packed tight inside. It's alive, a prize to hide in your heart and in your mind. Old Testaments are set up for the big event when Jesus crashed the scene with a new arrangement. It's history, his story, whose story, God's story. Oh, the story of how much he loves me. Let him blow up all the pages, let the show go live. Let his word explode from this video into your life.
Jesus told a story about a Jewish man who lived in Jerusalem. One day, the man decided to visit his friends in Jericho. He set out on his journey, enjoying the beautiful sunshine.
What a great day for a long walk.
But on his journey, two robbers appeared from out of nowhere.
Somebody help!
The robbers took the man's stuff and beat him up. They left him laying beside the road, nearly dead. Soon, a priest came along on the road. This seemed like good news since priests were known to be close to God and good helpers.
Please, help me.
But the priest saw the wounded man and he pretended he didn't. Instead, he crossed to the other side of the road and kept walking. Next, a man who worked in the temple walked by. This seemed like good news. If this guy worked in the temple, he must be close to God and willing to help.
Please, help me.
But the temple assistant pretended not to see the man dying beside the road. He crossed to the other side of the road and kept walking. Next, a Samaritan came along. The Jewish man didn't expect him to stop. Everyone thought Samaritans weren't very nice or helpful. But the most unexpected thing happened. The Samaritan stopped. He got into the ditch with the Jewish man and bandaged his wounds.
Thank you for stopping to help.
The Samaritan loaded the hurt man onto his donkey and took him to an inn. He paid for the Jewish man's room and asked for them to take care of him. Do you think it's better to look like someone who helps others, or to actually be someone who helps others? Jesus asks us to be someone who helps, just like the Good Samaritan.
So, what is your question?
The Good Samaritan saw someone in need and gave his time to make sure he got better.
Exactly.
So, do you think I'm good at giving?
Of course I do. You see the people who need help and you help them. Just like the Good Samaritan.
I think I give more when I know the person, when it's friends or family. But the Good Samaritan didn't know that stranger on the road, and he still gave. A lot. I wish I had faith like that.
We all do. It takes big faith to trust that God will give us what we need when we need it. It takes big faith to treat everyone the way we treat our family and our friends. Big faith is something that comes over time.
How do I get big faith?
Share what you believe. Share what you've been given. And pray for big faith.
Okay, let's do it now.
All right.
Bow your head. God, I want big faith. I want to treat everyone in need. People with houses, people without. Just like there were friends I haven't met yet. I want to give time, money, whatever it takes to help. Help everyone. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks again for donating this place for our big night. I think it'll be a big success.
I'm just really glad that we could be a part of it. And please, if there is anything else that you guys need, let us know.
Oh good, you're still here. I've been thinking about how when I have faith in Jesus, I can give generously. And I want to make sure this made it into the donation bag.
Thanks, Dot.
And I wanted to say that my grandma's sending me some money for my birthday. I'd like to give half of that to the rescue mission.
What about horse camp?
I prayed about it, and I feel like this is what I should do with this money instead.
That's really thoughtful.
I trust that if I'm supposed to ride a horse, somehow I'll ride a horse, money or not.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, take good care of those animals for me.
I'll make sure they're good and loved.
Hi, my name is Dot.
And I'm Luke.
We learned a lesson about big faith that we wanted to share with you.
The Bible tells us this in the book of Hebrews. Say it with us like this. Hebrews 13:16. And don't forget to do good and to share with those in need. These are the sacrifices that please God.
It's great when you give your extra stuff to meet the needs of others, but when you give beyond that, it's a sacrifice, and that takes faith.
Faith doesn't ignore the people around us who need help. We should be like the Good Samaritan and look around for everyone who is in need. Even if we don't have money, we can still give our time and attention to people who need help. When you give to others, not only does your faith grow, but you can build their faith too.
Big faith gives even when it seems like it's asking too much. That's how Jesus gave. He healed the sick, was a friend to people no one liked, gave people food when they had none, and gave his life by dying on the cross because we all needed forgiveness. It takes big faith to trust that God will give you what you need when you need it. God promises he will give us what we need and enough to meet the needs of others. When I have faith in Jesus, I can give generously. I want to give with that kind of big faith. How about you? Look around and see how you can give. And remember, Connect HQ is here to help you.
Okay. Dot wanted 100 apples for a horse. I'm glad she was generous instead and gave those apples and her birthday money to people who really needed it. We can sacrifice like that too. Say our verse about that with me. Hebrews 13:16. And don't forget to do good and to share with those in need. These are the sacrifices that please God. Great! The ABCs remind me how good God is. He gave us the best gift ever, his son, Jesus. Let your small group leader know if you're ready to follow him. And talk to your family about it. Let me pray for your small groups. Bow your heads. God, thank you for giving us all we have. Please help us live generously. Amen.